Well, there's relief in Revelstoke today. 3 snowmobilers are back with loved ones after going missing on a mountain in British Columbia. Laura McQuillan has the details on this. So, Laura, tell us what happened here.
This was a really lucky ending for this trio who were from central Alberta, and they set out on a snowmobiling trip to Boulder Mountain, which is near Revelstoke. We can show you exactly where it sits. And they had to spend a night without shelter on the mountain in freezing conditions before they were rescued yesterday, all thanks to one of their wives. These 3 men, Todd Kennedy, his son Braydon, and their friend Ryan Pyper, were planning to spend a few days in the area snowmobiling. They went up the mountain on Friday morning, and the trip was all going to plan until they tried to come back down in the evening. You can see this is what the mountain looks like. It's a beautiful place, but you wouldn't want to spend a night out in the elements. That's exactly what these 3 had to do after they realised they'd taken a wrong turn, and the snow was so deep they couldn't get back on the trail with their snowmobiles. They had no cell phone service, so they decided to hunker down for the night, build a fire, and all this while poor weather was closing in. Then on Saturday morning, they decided to set out on foot to try and re-find that trail they had been on. At the same time, Ryan Pyper's wife was growing pretty worried. She hadn't heard from her husband, so she called the RCMP in British Columbia. She also contacted the local snowmobiling club in Revelstoke and got a search started. And that is how they were found yesterday afternoon, cold but otherwise fine, and taken to a cabin to warm up. So it was a really lucky find because the weather was getting worse and worse. Wintry conditions, in fact, a warning in place, and they've now been reconnected with their families. We can show you a video that one wife did share on Facebook. Take a look at this. So a real relief for the men and for their families. The men we're hearing were experienced and really well prepared. They even had a spare snowmobile, but it didn't come in handy this time. Today, they're certainly feeling real relief and very lucky, Hannah.